going on, guys? Hanging with me right now, I have the cast of The Last Summer. Hello. That's like harmonizing there.
Yeah, it was nice.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Shout out Jacob. Well, congratulations, you guys.
Thank you
The
so
Last
much.
Summer. I got to see it.
What do you think?
So good. So cute and so well done, you guys. Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah, it must have been a lot of fun making that one.
No.
huh?
Absolutely.
Horrible, right?
Terrible experience. Yeah, we had so much
Hated
fun.
everything.
It was great.
And obviously, I want to shout you guys out. Such a hot and talented cast. Obviously, I mean, guys watching from home. And then we also have Tyler Posey. What was that? I see that.
Look at the hotness on this cow.
The hotness and the talent.
Yeah,
okay, and the talent. But we also have Tyler Posey, KG Appa, fun cast. So how is it like working with those two?
I didn't work with Tyler at all, but I worked with KJ a lot. He was so fun. He's from New Zealand, I'm from Australia, so we're from a similar part of the world. And so, yeah, it was a pretty quick bonding experience. Yeah, it was great.
I love that. What about
Yeah,
you?
and I didn't actually get a chance to work with KJ, but I worked with Tyler, and he was so amazing and so sweet, and such a good partner to have throughout the filming process.
I love that. And I know the film kind of follows you guys like separately throughout, but did you guys have like, you know, a lot of time together on set, even though we don't really get to see it in the film?
We just met today.
Just like an hour
really?
ago.
Well, me and Wolfgang got a chance to really hang out and have some good times before we started filming, because most of our scenes were together.
And we ended up going to like Indians game together, like Cleveland Cavaliers
I
Eastern
went-
Conference
So fun.
Finals.
I
She was with us.
I
with us.
was there.
We went to what was
so fun.
Cedar Point, which
Cedar
is like
Point.
the biggest amusement park in the Midwest.
Yeah.
So
Rock
fun.
and Roll Hall of Fame. We tried to do Cleveland right.
I think I went to the zoo with Gage. The zoo. We went to the zoo. Went to the zoo. She's like, let's just go to the zoo. I was like, all right, let's do it.
That's fun. Seeing
Why
cool
not?
animals.
It was interesting. It was interesting.
I love that. Okay, can you guys point out a favorite scene or moment from the film?
Oh, mine is easy. I loved my scene actually with Tyler at Wrigley Field.
I was gonna say that
so
one too.
Cool. But it just because it was such a surreal experience to be filming at Wrigley Stadium and to be up in the scoreboard looking out at the, at the stadium, and it was completely empty, and it was just our film crew, and it was nighttime, and it was felt like movie magic.
Totally, and it looked like it, for sure.
I was gonna say that scene too. Because I just watched it and I was watching like this.
Well, then you seen
They're so cute.
Chad and Reese, the guys with ties,
Oh, yeah.
Jacob McCarthy and Mara Revelori. There's a shot of them after, let's just say, a very special night of theirs, where they're walking down the street like as the sun's coming up in Chicago, and it's just like an iconic shot. That's like my favorite moment of the movie.
I think what I can only remember just from my experience just being on set is probably just being at the lake and like us being on the boats.
That was-
Yeah, we
That
did
was
that for
fun.
like 2 days straight.
that was
Yeah.
amazing.
Acting like we're drinking alcohol, but it's just water. And it's just like,
Wait, you weren't drinking actual alcohol?
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding.
that's so funny. I like tried to hold that together, but gotta let it out, you know? Okay, well the dates in the movie, they're so cute. So I wanna know, what is your ideal summer date?
I like a classic just dinner and a movie.
Okay.
I like that. I think, or just some place where we can like communicate with each other. I think it's all about environment.
I love driving down to the beach. Anything down in Malibu would be pretty with a bottle of rosé. Sounds great.
Love that. Love that.
Mine would be dinner and dancing.
Ooh,
What kind
dancing.
of dance?
Just any kind.
All right.
Just go somewhere and dance.
Really?
Okay.
I love that.
What are you doing later?
Like, what are you doing right now? You wanna show us some moves?
I think it depends who the woman is you're going out with. So I try not to have like my set places of like, and this is my spot, I know it's gonna work. So I think it depends. I think it depends on who the woman is.
Okay, yeah, you don't want to show up to the same spot every
I
time.
like that
either, right?
answer. That's sweet.
Thank you.
I love that. Well, to stay on the dating topic, I thought it'd be really fun to ask you guys some questions about dating advice or just your opinions on dating in general. So I'm just gonna ask them, you just have to give me your thoughts. Simple enough?
Sounds good.
Okay, first one, do you believe in love at first sight?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Something about a person can intrigue you, but I don't know if it's necessarily love. Like,
Okay.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll just tell a little story about how my parents met actually.
I love these stories.
Yeah.
I'll give the short version. But my aunt had called my mom saying, you need to get your down here I just met the male version of you. But my mom actually picks up my dad. So they're talking, my mom says, yeah, you know, after I graduate college, I'm gonna move to New York City and I'm thinking about being a model or an actress. And my dad says, well, you know, I've dated a few models and you're way too short, you should be an actress. And my
Wow.
mom, not missing beat, says, well, if I was taller, I'd be a supermodel. I wouldn't be here standing talking to you. And my dad was like, I'm in love.
The honesty there in that.
Yeah, yeah.
I also believe in love at first sight because my parents met in a very similar way when they were really young. And so I think just having them as my role models, it's like you always kind of see that and hope for that for yourself. So.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's possible.
You're a quick no, so do you want to elaborate?
Well, my boyfriend and I have been together for 4 years, and for the first 2 years that we knew each other, we hated each other. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, so I don't know.
Well, I have heard there's a fine line between hate and love.
Maybe
Have you guys
that's
heard that
what it
before?
was.
It's all passion. It's all passion.
Exactly, there you go. Good way to spin that. Okay,
Better than indifference, right? I don't know.
okay, these ones are more about advice. So what do you do if you get ghosted by someone you really like?
Get over them because they weren't worth your time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. What do you do if you screenshot a conversation and you send it back to that same person on accident?
I've done that.
Wait, wait.
That's my nightmare.
Always gets a reaction.
Wait, wasn't that on Curb Your Enthusiasm? No, the accidental text.
Y'all got to do
I
better.
just got like secondhand
Not I.
anxiety just thinking about it.
Oh no.
No, yeah, I think that's a mistake you only make once.
Well, you have to own up to it. Like, you just have to be like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I
Never
just
done it. Never done it.
I just send my nudes as a mass text, so that's not a problem for me.
You send what as a mass
Just
text?
kidding.
I never.
I was like, what?
Never mind. Just totally kidding.
Okay, next one, guys. What do you do if you have feelings for a friend's significant other?
That hasn't
Have your-
happened to me, luckily.
Same. Oof. That gives me anxiety to think about.
Same.
Bros. We
Don't finish
bros.
the sentence. Don't finish the sentence.
I know, but we bros.
That's a tough situation.
So just don't go there. Best of your abilities. Okay, last one. What do you do if you have feelings for a friend and worry it'll ruin the friendship?
I think you have to just follow your heart, and if you feel like it could work with someone, you have to take that risk of sacrificing the friendship. And I do believe that you can still stay friends with someone after you've broken up also, if you've had a history with them in that way. I don't think that just goes away. And it's worth the chance, because, you know, I'm such a romantic.
You're such a romantic. I love that.
Jacob and I were kind of talking about this earlier, actually, just with his character, kind of having all these feelings and not communicating them. I think at the end of the day, like, there's nothing worse than keeping all these things inside and then never saying it. You know, I think you gotta take a shot. It's better to say. It's the worst feeling is like saying, "Oh, what if?" You know, or I could have, should have, would have.
I like that. Well, lastly, what have you guys all learned about yourselves from your characters?
For me, I mean, I already sort of knew it about myself. I just think I'm definitely a relationship person. My character, Alec, was like, just he wanted that. He wanted what he wanted. I can definitely relate to that.
My character, Erin, is a planner, and she's very mature for her age, and I think she makes decisions based more on what she thinks she should be doing rather than the way she feels. And over the course of the movie, she really starts to learn how to be more present and not worry so much about what's ahead, but to just be in the moment. And that's advice that I give myself every day.
Phoebe and I are pretty different. I think when it comes to love, she is very hesitant to jump in, and she has a lot of barriers that Griffin ends up pulling down. But for me, I'm like the opposite. Like, I just jump in like head first. So
I love
maybe I could take a lesson from Phoebe to not do that.
that. More of a balance, maybe?
maybe.
You know, I really kind of based Foster on some people I knew, actually. You know, it wasn't really me, but I think the biggest lesson he learns at the end of the day is, you know, the hardest thing to be is comfortable in your own skin. And just to me, overall, I think anytime you meet somebody, man, woman, if you're interested, whatever, you're attracted to somebody who's comfortable in their own skin, because it's hard.
I love that. Well, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you.
You guys, catch them in the last summer. You won't want to miss it.